Welcome to my world. I'm Sandwich Way and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make old-fashioned apple crisp in the Dutch oven. We're going to take some apples, put them in the blender, and get them all ground up. Then we're going to make an oatmeal topping for the crisp. Very easy to do. Few ingredients, very frugal dessert that virtually anybody can do. I'm getting better at the baking and I've been doing more and more so I can bring you guys some sweets as well as the dinners and other types of meals, especially when it's not too hot out. And it's going to be hot later today. Right now it's comfortable, so I can get away with the oven. I bought a big bag of apples from our bulk store. Very good buy. We're going to make some old-fashioned apple crisp for dessert tonight with oatmeal topping. Very easy to do. And if you're like me and don't have a lot of baking skills, this is virtually fail-proof. Let's get started. I like to pop from the top cans. I love the bags that just pop open and you reseal them. I'm going to choose about 6 of these apples. And what we're going to do is core them after we rinse them. And then we're going to throw them into the blender for the apple crisp filling part. I want to use about 6 apples from some decent sizes here. I'm going to be slicing some apples later on today, as well as for treats for my children, and bring some sliced apples to the beach tomorrow. We need 3/4 cups of oats and 3/4 cups of flour. I'm going to go ahead and get these apples rinsed and decored. Go ahead and have your water running for a minute before you rinse it. If it's been sitting a long time, I always let it run a minute. And let them rinse off. You can find this at the Dollar Tree, usually in the fall. Easy to do. Just push it all the way through. And like a bloomin' onion, it expands. Went ahead and did one already. And then you take the core part, set it aside for your squirrel and deer. I have the woods directly behind me. I feel like I live in a treehouse at times. I'm going to continue decoring my apples, and then we're going to put them into the blender. I'm going to add some of the apples into the blender. If I have enough, I'm not going to use the last 2 apples in my colander. I'll cut them up and add sugar on them so they stay white and don't brown for my kids to snack on. Let's do a little bit at a time. And you're going to add some water so they blend easily. I'm going to fill it right up to about there. And I preheated my oven to 375 degrees. Go ahead and pour the water in. You want to fill it above the apples so they blend. I removed the sound from the video so your ears would be saved from the loud blender. And so I just extracted it out of the video. And we're going to get these apples into apple pie filling form. Fill up the blender with the rest of the apples, and then you're going to blend them into the filling for the crisp or the apple pie, whichever you want to make, and keep the other 2 for snacking. Now we're going to turn the blender on once more and for the filling for the apple crisp, and you're just going to grind it. You don't want them completely mushed. And then we're going to pour it into the Dutch oven and then prep the topping for the apple crisp. Real easy to do. Few ingredients and absolutely delicious. I love a good apple crisp or a peach crisp or even a blueberry crisp in the summer. Dutch oven apple crisp. I'm going to spray it well. This is a great way to use your apples. And they were inexpensive at the bulk store. Getting all the peels and all the nutrition. Now I'm going to make the topping part from oats. Add a little bit of sugar into the applesauce mix as well as a little bit of cinnamon. About 2 to 3 teaspoons of sugar. And go ahead and mix. A great way to make apple pie filling by utilizing your blender and quick applesauce that's not heated. Spices at the Dollar Tree. A couple teaspoons, that's all you need. Now we're going to make the crisp part. I'm going to dump in about a cup. It said it's 3/4 of a cup, but I'm not using a regular rectangle shaped dish to bake it in. So I'm going to use about a cup to a cup and a half. 3/4 cup of flour. And 3/4 cup of sugar. Now you're going to add cold butter from your refrigerator. Breaking up the butter pieces. I'm going to drop them on in. You don't want to melt them or soften them. About a tablespoon of water. You're going to take your fork. You're going to mix this, and you're not going to overmix it. Remember not to overmix. And drop in your oatmeal crumble. Throughout the surface of your apple filling. I ended up needing 4 tablespoons folded in, meaning not dumping it right away, adding on if needed. And take my fork, just spread it out a little bit. For the oatmeal topping for your apple crisp, you're going to need at least 2 to 4 cups of oatmeal, 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter, just sliced and mixed within a 3/4 cup of flour, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. And just mix it all in until all the ingredients are combined, and do not overmix. And then just spread it out on the Dutch oven as you see here. Now we're going to pop it into the 375-degree oven for about 25 minutes until everything crisps up and turns a golden brown, and the applesauce filling that we made in the blender is all bubbly. I'm just going to lightly spray that and add a little more cinnamon. Pop it into directly the center of the wrap. We're going to start it at 325 for 25 minutes. Check it if it's done to see if the oatmeal filling crisps up, and test it. It's starting to crisp up a little bit. I'm going to put it in for 10 more minutes. You don't want to burn it. Here's the final product. It looks awesome. It's going to cool way down before you even serve it. You can top some cool up onto it if you wish. Delicious homemade apple crisp with oatmeal topping. Really easy to do, few ingredients, all from your pantry. This video, thank you so much for hanging out with me today and baking delicious old-fashioned apple crisp with oatmeal topping. I'm so excited for this oatmeal topping. I just googled how to make it and I doubled the recipe because it's not in a rectangular dish. So always pay attention to your measurements. If it says cold butter, use cold butter, do not melt it. If it says don't overmix, don't overmix. Always look for those key words so it comes out. When we get to 1,600, we can issue out 2 $10 Dollar Tree gift cards. We're looking for 5 people to give out one 5 items price pack from the Dollar Tree, valued at $6.25. If you're new, you must comment and let me know. You need to be U.S. residents and subscribed. If you've won in the past 60 days, you're not qualified. You have to wait out 60 days. If you don't answer me within 2 days, you'll be disqualified. Another name will be chosen. Dorothea, please send me a message on Facebook so we can get your prize out to you. Thank you for contacting me and letting me know you were having trouble. Thank you for watching.